Y'all come on in, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your sister, tell your cousin, tell your brothers. Jesus and Bros is on.
And bros,
Hey,
and bros,
hey, hey.
and bros, and bros, and bros, and bros.
Y'all good? Y'all good? You good?
And bros, and bros, and bros, and bros.
Ooh, fancy.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Jesus and Bros.
What?
Jerry, you were late on the trigger, bro. Y'all the worst. Y'all the worst hype men.
Woo! Woo!
What's going on, everybody? Jerry, man. Jerry is
Woo!
we gave Jerry a certain amount of buttons that he can push tonight, and he picked a few sound bits on the board. Go ahead and get them out now, Jerry.
Good.
That's two. He got two more.
Farts are funny. I'll wait.
You gonna hold off?
I'm going to use them throughout the
Okay.
session.
Cool. What's up, everybody? Well, thank you guys for coming and being part of Jesus and Bros again tonight. It is Monday night, 8 o'clock, here in Crooked Teeth Studios, doing work.
That's all right.
Jerry, thank you for hosting us again, sir. Thank you for having us here.
Yeah. Was that Tina Belcher?
Sure, yeah. That can be,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Bob's
So-
Burgers.
So, Franco, thank you for being here, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your commitment to the podcast, to the ministry of the Lord, and for his
Lord,
work
of our Lord Jesus
And-
Christ.
of the Lord
Latter-day
Jesus Christ.
Saints.
And so,
He's not a Christian.
and so we're gonna go ahead and pray, and we're gonna start this podcast off. I got a few things I wanted to talk about tonight. Some stuff that's been weighing kind of heavy on me, and some stuff that maybe I'm being judgmental about. We'll see.
All right.
So let's pray. Father God, we just we thank you because of everything that you do, God. God, we know that you're in control of everything, God, and you're in control of things outside of our reach, God, and things outside of our capacity, God. And we thank you, God, because we know that in the end, God, you get the last say so. And so, God, we ask you tonight that that you would do something, and God, that we would be able to strike up this conversation and be able to talk amongst brothers, God, amongst people online, and have healthy conversations about this, God. God, we just block out right now the spirit of offense, God. We block out the spirit of any person that might feel attacked, God. God, it's all in love, and it's all in just questioning, God, and really getting down to the root of things, God. So I thank you, God, for all that you're doing. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen and amen.
Amen.
So before we get started into today's topic, I always like to ask my bros how their Sunday was. Jerry, did you play at Lights Church this Sunday?
Yes.
Okay, what did you play? Guitar?
Drums.
Drums. You've been playing drums a lot. They don't need you on guitar no more, or what? Or you're not good anymore? Or...
He stopped
I
practicing.
have. I don't notice anymore.
Jasmine says she feels offended that you're not playing guitar.
I played guitar Saturday, though.
Where?
Roca Viva Church with the Rios brothers.
Oh, yeah, Albert Rios. And
Yeah.
That's cool. And what did they have, like a worship night or what?
It was their church's 5th anniversary.
Oh, that's cool.
So they had like a Christmas type dinner.
Do they have like a big church? I've seen pictures of their church.
I say you can hold like 200 max, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's cool. And so, like, they just reached out to you, or what? Did you know them? Did you know them?
Yeah. For like 13 years now, maybe.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. I just got connected with them like this year, and apparently, they know a lot of people that I know, but like, it was one of those kind of, you finally meet somebody and they're like, oh, I know that person, but we've never met. That's was kind of our, coming together.
Mm.
That's cool. So then at Lights Church, how did service go? How did you do? Did you do terrible on drums or what?
I actually got one good compliment, which I never get compliments.
It was like
That was cool.
you weren't very loud today.
That's exactly what it. It's always like he's too loud. But today one guy was like, "Hey, were you playing drums?" "Yes, sir." "You did good." "Thank you."
And he was like,
He made my day.
he's all deaf. He's like,
Probably.
have a good day.
What?
What?
Those are my kind of people, man. Those are my kind of people.
Deaf people?
Deaf people.
Hey, I'm one of them. So
Oh man, that's cool. And then then after all that, Franco, how did your weekend go, sir?
Went pretty relaxing, man. Saturday was really easy. Had a session up at the studio. And man, you realize how much work either can go into a rap song or can't.
A rap song?
Yeah, bro.
What? You had rappers at your studio?
I had a very young white guy come in, and he didn't have bars
Tight.
at all.
Those are the best, bro.
Man, but his music
Pure talent, bro.
was really like good.
Like the music, like the beats and
The
stuff.
beats and stuff were really good. But then when he got on the verse, I go, oh man.
He's like, a boom boom boom.
and then how'd he sing?
Bomba clot.
Bomba. My goodness.
Just he went into a Jamaican phase. I don't know. It was weird. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We mixed and mastered his track real quick. He was happy with it, and that was my Saturday. I mean, everything else was pretty easy.
Did you go to church on Sunday?
No, actually, no, I did. Yeah, I did. Went to Killeen. Christmas is coming up, so they had their Christmas musicals and whatnot. And man, I mean,
Are you practicing for all their Christmas music and stuff?
this Sunday coming up is gonna be their actually where the band steps in and they're gonna have their live music.
Man, people don't
sections.
even know, like, Christmas is like the worst time for churches because, like, we're trying to figure out music that personally I hate. Like, I hate Christmas music. Like, I can't stand a ring ding a ding ring. I can't stand none of that crap, dude. I hate all of it. And
Pum.
oh, the weather. No, we live in Texas, bro. There's no snow. Why are we singing about this stuff? But yeah, man, this is the worst time for churches because, like, you got to learn a bunch of music that you don't like at all. I hate all that stuff. But Jared, I mean, are you having to learn any Christmas music? Are y'all doing anything at Lights Church?
I'm not gonna be there at Lights. I'm gonna be at Lifegate the 22nd.
So you're just selling out on Lights Church.
No,
You're not even helping nobody. Christmas is the worst time. I just said.
it's I kind of think the opposite.
Why? Because you're not there.
The best time.
I mean, it's not the best time, but it's not a bad time.
Chestnuts roasting on and
Do they really
open fire.
play those songs in churches?
I guess. I don't know. What are those songs for?
He just
I don't know.
Cool. Well, I mean,
Santa Claus is coming to town.
it's
I
funny.
don't think I've ever done that song.
We're actually playing one of the Kanye West songs.
No, y'all not.
God Is, I think it's what it was.
For what church?
Lifegate.
For real?
Mhm.
See, now you got to listen to it, right?
Well, I gotta learn it, yeah.
Yeah, see? You're going to like it.
I mean, I don't hate it,
That's what you told me.
but I probably disliked it.
But yeah, man, Christmas music is the worst. I hate Christmas music.
It's not all bad.
I hate all the arrangements.
Yeah.
I
It's not all bad.
Give me one good Christmas song that you like, Jerry.
I've always liked Carol the Bells,
Ding, ding, a ding,
yeah,
ding,
that's
ding.
Carol the
but
Bells?
but the August Burns Red version.
All right,
I don't know that one.
that's another version.
It's still ding, ding, a ding, 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 a ding.
Yeah,
Even if it's like on guitar.
and the
or-
Family Guy version. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done.
No, that's an old YouTube clip.
No, that was when Peter Griffin was like in KFC.
Yeah, but that got inspired
Oh,
from the
okay.
YouTube clip. It's funny.
But I like the Family Guy version.
No, the original version is funny.
Javi, por favor, habla en inglés, please. We don't speak Spanish over here.
Speaking of Spanish.
Dice, ¿qué show es este? Hijos rebeldes de pastores.
Hey, yo no soy hijo de pastor. Yo soy...
Tacos de pastor.
Oh, tacos.
Oh, tacos. al
Oh,
pastor.
mucho, sí.
Mucho, sí.
Muchos tacos pastores.
I like how we changed the language.
Turn on the SAP button for this guy. Just kidding, Avi. You know,
We love you, bro.
Give
But-
me your base.
yeah. So this Sunday, at Limitless Church for me,
Yeah.
I actually showed up to church right when worship started. I didn't sing.
Oh, man. How was that?
It was really weird. It was really weird, man. Because I'm one of those people that I have to have my hands on something, either running sound or whatever the case is.
You can put your hands on people to pray.
I mean, I did that.
Randomly? Just during the worship set.
Just like offering, just like God is telling me you want to give $1,000, brother.
Give me $1,000.
Please, I need $1,000.
He'll give you 10,000.
Would you please give me 1,000? Please.
I beg you.
But there's yeah, man, it was weird because my wife actually went to New York. Karen went to New York, and I was with the kids all week, and so I realized like having the kids all week, like I'm a terrible father, dude. Like, I'm real bad with kids, especially with baby brother, man. I'm real bad with that guy. Like I'm real sweet with Bailey. Like I love Bailey. Bailey, you're the best. You can't do any wrong. And baby brother like closes the door, and I'm like, you idiot. He just starts crying like you cry for everything. I'm just like real mean to him, man.
It's
And I-
real sad.
yeah, and y'all know if y'all seen baby brother, like when he gets sad, he's like,
Oh, yeah. Oh.
and he gets like puts his head down like he's just real sad, and I'm like, pick your head up, you're a man. Yeah, man. So I don't know if that's just
What
like
if he grows up to be like 6'2" and like
He's
none
gonna
of
hate
us
he'll
you.
always
know?
be scared of his dad. He'll always be scared of me. That's the thing. Like
I don't know.
he'll be super buff, and I'll be like,
You're gonna
you
buck
never.
at him.
He's gonna be the son that's gonna grow up and be like, I just want you to be proud of me, Dad. It's like, well, why don't you make me proud of something? Yeah, man, I need help, man. I need help raising my kids.
No, it sounds like just raising one of the kids.
Yeah, man, I think I'm hard on him because he's a boy. Like
Right.
and Bailey, I'm like super gentle, super sensitive with her. Like I don't want to hurt her feelings. Like I don't want, I want to establish self-confidence in her. And like baby brother, I'm just like, get your life together, man. Like you suck at everything. You're two. Like you can't even talk. Like what's wrong with you? You can't even talk right. And so I feel bad, man.
The other day, I saw you posted a story of him putting connect the.
Oh yeah,
pieces.
Yeah.
Dude, y'all don't know how infuriated I was on the other side of the camera. I was so mad. Like I was just disappointed with him, with his understanding of what shape goes into what shape.
But your caption was like a sarcastic humor type.
Yeah. What do you mean? Oh, yeah, it was like my baby's
so
smart.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
was sarcastic, like my son's an idiot. No, man, he's funny though. He's funny. He's cool. Don't get me wrong, but I think I'm just rough on him because like he's a boy, and I don't want him to grow up being like weak. I can do anything, and like my dad's gonna applaud me, or my parents are gonna be proud of me. Like I didn't grow up on the, what is it called? Participation trophy. Like my dad didn't raise me like that. My dad didn't raise me to be like, hey, as long as you try your best, son, like that's all that matters. My dad was always like, you got to be the best at everything that you do.
Right.
And so that's always my mentality. Like if you want to do something, even like doing this podcast, I'm like, I want to be the best podcaster ever that I've ever done. And it's like, just saying like if you
With pink headphones on.
yeah, I mean I can't afford like super fancy.
Hot pink.
Yeah,
Hot pink.
Like
Hey,
these.
they're Beats, bro.
yeah.
They're
These are
probably worth the same as mine.
nah, man. These are like 20 years old. Like this is the very first Beats that came out, and I stole them from a homeless guy because he was balling
So
out.
you got a good deal then.
No, that's why I said I couldn't pay for him. I'm doing real bad.
You got the 5-finger discount.
No, man. But yeah, man. I mean, I didn't grow up like that. I didn't grow up
One more.
like saying that. Just try. Like
Oh yeah.
just go out
At
there and
least you
try.
tried.
Yeah,
like an encouraging.
A for effort.
Yeah.
yeah. And like I said, I realized that I take all of that, and I tell Bailey like, as long as you try your best, you'll be okay.
Oh, okay.
And then, but baby brother, I'm like, you suck at everything. Like, you're not good. You can't even read. You can't even put shapes in shapes. Like, but I feel bad, man, because yeah, man, I feel bad for that kid. He tries his best.
Well,
And
if
he
you feel
wants to
bad,
help.
don't yell at him.
Meanwhile,
Well, it's 'cause
you're still gonna treat him like
I know, man. I'm sorry. I know, babe. I know. I need help. Like for real.
It's funny.
It's hard, dude. Like
It's
you have
funny.
no idea. Like I said, I'm not like that at all. With you guys have seen me with Bailey. Like I'm like, oh, I love you. You're the best.
Yeah, yeah.
And baby brother, I'm just like, get out of here, you idiot.
I've seen you put him in the full Nelson.
Yeah, exactly. Just because he wanted a hug, and I'm like,
You wanted a
you plotting on me, boy?
He's like, Daddy, just like bright-eyed, arms wide open, walking to you. You just get him in the full Nelson. He's like, you plotting on me, boy. You plotting on me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so I don't know.
terrible.
Yeah, man. I know. Like I said, I didn't realize because Karen always would tell me that, like, you're so rough with him. You're so mean with him. I'm like, I'm not. Like, he's fine. But then it was like when she left out of town and I just had the two of them by myself, I realized, like, I'm real mean to baby brother and I'm not mean at all to Bailey. So much so that I had to, like, apologize to baby brother. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm being so mean to you. And he was just like, Dave. And then and so it's yeah, man. So for all those people thinking about having kids, all those people thinking about, like, starting families and stuff like that, it's great. It's great, but be very aware, be conscious of what you're getting yourself into, because
So if I can interrupt,
Go ahead.
Do
do you have kids?
No.
Then you can't interrupt.
Not that I know of.
No, I'm just kidding. What?
Do you have kids, bro? Okay, then shut up. Did you feel your blood pressure go up go up and down through that week because you were like so nice to Bailey? All of a sudden, baby brother walks in the room like, boy.
No joke. I think I did that a lot with him. And I felt bad, man. I feel bad because, like, he would just walk in. Like, Bailey would be, like, coloring on the ground, like, and baby brother walks in. I'm like, where's your socks, you idiot? like, just find something wrong with what he's doing. You don't have no socks on. Why do you only have one sock on? And I did that, man. I don't know why.
Oh,
I just,
I'm just imagining what your body's going through. Like, you got all this pent up frustration for baby brother for no reason.
Did you say your dad was like that to you too?
no, my dad wasn't aggressive to me, but he instilled, like, this understanding of, like, don't do anything halfway. If you're going to do it all the way.
Sure.
Right, because
And-
I see your dad. I don't see him as the aggressive type.
No, he's not. He's not the aggressive type at all, but he's one of those people that, he came from El Salvador, didn't have anything when he got here,
Right.
you know, struggle to to make everything that he has. And he was like, you get in there and you be the, my dad told me when he first got here, his first job, he was a roofer.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, that's the worst job you could ever have. Like,
Yeah.
it's the worst job you could ever have because you're up on the roof and this and this and this. He's like, but, I went to work every day. I was the best employee there, blah, 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 and that's the way you have to be. Like, you have to be the best one. You have to be the one that people count on, the one that people can look to. You have to be.
So he
that
was
one.
very encouraging.
He was very encouraging. And I'm like, why aren't you the best? What's wrong with you?
Already.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, man, like I said, it was hard to be with the kids by myself this week. I had them for like 4 days straight. by
Mr.
myself.
Mom.
Yeah. And I was like, I thought, being a stay-home dad was cool, but it's like just cleaning and yelling. Like, that's all you do. That's what I did for 4 days. Clean a lot and yell a lot and then want to take naps. Like, that's it. But you don't take a nap. Like, you can't because you have kids.
And you have to clean after them.
Yeah, and then they're like, I'm hungry. And then you go like, let me wash dishes again. I just washed dishes. And then you're folding clothes. And so I don't know how these moms be doing it out here.
Do you think you guys are going to have more kids?
Yeah. I do. I do. Karen wants one more. And so,
It's funny you bring that up, Jerry, because it seems like, I don't know, there's that stereotypical, like, middle child syndrome where the middle child
baby
either
brother's
gets
gonna
forgotten.
get it.
Yeah. It sounds like you're putting him through that treatment, like, already.
Yeah, man. I feel bad. But when I see him, something happens to me. Like, it's just like,
He just gets so enraged.
yeah. Just like this fuel starts going. And like,
It sounds like it's like some sort of like past trauma or something.
I don't know. I mean, nothing like that. Like, all of my uncles, like, they were all like aggressive like that towards me. Like, but not like where I was like, I hate my uncle. Like, never like that. It was just like, be a man. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like,
Okay.
like, I'm trying. I'm trying to be a man. And so, yeah, man, I don't know. But I feel bad. When he gets older and he watches, maybe.
Do you want to start changing that pattern?
I don't know. I don't know if
If
It
you're
makes for
gonna-
funny stories.
yeah, man.
But if you think about the long term,
Oh, like on Baby Brother.
on him.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's psychological damage, but
Daddy.
Daddy. But in the meantime,
yeah, man. So, but if it was, yeah, dude.
Yeah, I think it's a very, very riskful, very like high responsibility task to have children.
It is, dude. Because they're, no joke, they are sponges, bro. And you think
For
they're
sure.
not. You don't think they are until they start talking like you. Like, Bailey was like, she saw I had like a, something in the car, or she saw, I said, hey, Google. And Google comes up and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, that's cool, Daddy. That's mad cool. And I was like, I say that all the time.
Yeah, you
That's
do.
mad cool, Daddy. And I was like, it is mad cool, baby. And then baby brother's like, Daddy.
in the background, you're just like, shut up!
Would you please? Yeah.
Did I tell you to talk?
and then you're like, go ahead, princess.
It's funny because it's true.
Oh, man, I feel bad. I love my son.
No, we love your kids too,
I love
man.
my son,
Dude,
man.
Yeah.
They bring me joy.
He just, man, I just don't like him. Like,
I love him, but I don't like him.
Well, I think that's the whole like stigma, right? It's like you gotta love your kids, and to love your kids, you gotta like your kids, and it's like, no, what? Who taught you that? Like,
Yeah, man. I think I actually like you even saying that. I think that I'm a pioneer. Like now, especially for your parents nowadays, like everybody wants to be their kid's friend.
dude,
My son knows I'm not his friend.
you know what's funny when people say that? Like, even with adults like our age, like, yeah, my mom's my best friend, my dad's my best friend. It's like, ugh.
No,
like,
those are the people you gotta watch out for.
because they're psychos,
Right.
Because it's just like, ugh, you should have.
But I'm talking about children, man.
No. I'm talking about adults.
Right, no.
Adults like our age, where they're just like, my mom's my best friend, my dad's my best friend, and it's like in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, you suck at making friends. You should
No,
probably,
yeah, that's what it is.
like pick better friends. I mean, you'd say like it'd be pretty common to say like my brother's my best friend, my cousin's my bro, whatever. Growing up, somebody closer to your age, but
That's a little different,
somebody
though.
20 years older than
Right,
you.
yeah.
It's just so weird.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, that's why I said I want my son to know that I'm not his friend. Bailey, I'm her
You
best
can be
friend.
friends, but not best friends.
I'm Bailey's best friend though. We're friends.
That's weird.
Friends to the end.
You sound crazy.
Son, you doing drugs? Here, let's smoke some pot together.
You can tell me anything. You're
Let's
doing
go
drugs.
blaze it up, bro.
No, man. Like I catch myself, getting mad emotional, dude. Like I'm not an emotional cat, like, but thinking about like Bailey growing up and like having a boyfriend and being like, I hate you, Dad. I love him. And then I'm like, you will never see that boy again. I forbid you from seeing that boy.
But you're gonna see me all the time. Love me.
Dude, it's like you're using words that you would never use, like forbid.
Yeah.
And like,
This is unbeknownst to me. Yeah, man. So I catch myself getting emotional, and then I start thinking about like her wedding day, and yeah, man. I catch myself like, dude, like she's not gonna like me like in 10 years, like she's gonna hate me, and then like it's like, and so I start telling her stuff like, because we went.
Are you always gonna love me?
So basically, I was like, she was sitting in my lap, like while I was, parked in the driveway, and we were just talking. And she's like, I want to drive your truck. And she goes, I want to drive your truck. And she goes, yeah, I want to do this and this and this. And she goes, I want to drive the truck. And I go, no, like, let's not drive the truck. And she's like, why? But I want to drive the truck. I was like, because by the time you drive the truck, you're not going to want to, drive with me anymore. Like, you're just going to want to drive with your friends, and then you're not going to love me anymore. And she's like, no, I'm always going to love you. And I was like, do you promise?
And little did you know, like,
you sound like a maniac right now.
Dude, like,
You're making a promise with a 6-year-old.
dude, but I don't know, man. It's like a different kind of like protection. Like,
Sure.
it's like this.
but
I'm
but
trying to-
little did you know, like, once you tell her that, like, now it's like gonna go into her head, like, now she's gonna start thinking about it, and that's like the journey to like to start hating you.
I don't know, man. It's like this concept, or in my mind, it's like I want her to know that, like, even when she gets older, that I still want to like hang out with her. Like, I still want her to know that she can talk to me.
Sure.
But it's like, how do you instill that now so that when she gets that age, she knows like I'm still available to talk to. Like, you can talk to me about anything, whatever the case is. Like,
Yeah.
and know that, even when you're gone, like, I still want to be with you. But I know if you don't want me to go with you, I don't know. It's weird, dude.
There's a podcast I was
Shut
listening.
up, Chewy.
What,
That's why you ain't got no kids
What
anyways.
did Chewy say?
He said weak.
A week. There's
Kinda.
a podcast that I was listening to, and it was this grief counselor, and she had lost her husband in a very pretty brutal way, where she saw him pass away like in front of her eyes, like he drowned in front of her.
Dang.
So it's crazy. But he goes, so how do you have that conversation? Because she had to tell her stepkid, like his son, hey, your dad passed away. She's like, there's something that eventually I had to kind of practice with him and the people around me, and it was called the fire drill of love.
Yeah.
And it was a really good example of having difficult conversations, of having difficult conversations with people. But it's like, well, why do you practice fire drill? You know, in case of an emergency. So it's like, even in those moments where people are like trying to find ways of having difficult conversations of like, how do you talk about, you know, when you grow up, how do you talk about, you know, when your daughter's gonna have her wedding day? How do you talk about that stuff? I think it's gradual when you start to communicate that stuff out. And I mean, it's heavy. Like, nobody wants to hear, hey, one day your daughter's gonna get married and they're gonna move away from you forever. And no parent wants to hear that, obviously, when they're little, because they just want to have them as little kids forever. But I think it's a learned practice when you start having those difficult conversations with your kids to kind of help them mature and grow up in that way. Like, as kids, like, you know, I mean,
I don't know, man.
well,
I think it's like, it's cool. Like, what you're saying, I get.
Yeah.
But I think it's different when the kid is actually there
Sure.
and you're like, man, I know how I was at that age.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like, they're innocent right now. They don't know anything. All they know is you. Like,
Yeah.
all they know is, you know, you're there for them. And what you don't want to do is mess up that trust. You know, you don't want to mess up that relationship. That's why I don't, like, promise a lot of things to Bailey, because she will call me out on stuff.
That's
like,
good.
Like,
Or you can just
like-
keep your promises.
no,
Nah,
it'll be
just don't
something
promise.
easy, like, you know, like, hey,
Yeah, something easy,
maybe we'll go to
something
Chuck E.
possible.
Cheese. Like, let's go to Chuck E. Cheese, and I'm like, okay, maybe we can go to Chuck E. Cheese next Friday,
That's good.
and then she'll say, okay, and then it'll
She's gonna
come,
be waiting until
it'll
that
come
Friday.
like
Yeah.
Wednesday, and she'll be like, 2 more days till Friday, and I'm like, what's on Friday? She's like, you said 2 weeks ago that we're gonna go to Chuck E. Cheese. I'm like, I did.
Correction. I said maybe.
And so, like, it's like you don't want to mess up that trust.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's, I don't know, it's weird. You're having conversations with a 6-year-old, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, get into the mind of a 6-year-old.
like Barbies and My Little Pony.
Yeah, very simple.
There's bronies out there, bro.
Yeah. And so it's, yeah, man, it's, yeah, dude, I don't know. But I'm real mean to baby brother. I know that. Like, he doesn't deserve that. Like, he doesn't. He
No,
doesn't
no
deserve
child
it.
deserves that.
Yeah, and I feel bad because he's super sweet little kid.
He is, man. He's like the sweetest kid.
All he wants to do is like jump around.
He'll come up to me and like, Franco, and then like, hey.
He comes up with
Like,
like
put him
arms
down.
wide
Yeah.
open.
Put him down, Franco.
Like,
What are you-
I'll barely like pick him up. Hey, no, don't make him weak. You better not make my son weak.
That's exactly
All right.
me, man. I feel like any affection towards him is like showing weakness. Like, I don't know why, dude. I don't know why I think like that. Just like, no, just let him cry. Yeah, but he's bleeding out of his head. Well,
He shouldn't have been doing that.
well, like, he'll figure it out. Like, he has to, right?
But he needs
Because if I
medical-
wasn't here, he'd probably die.
Oh, but that's different, man.
No, you know, that's just, you know, my parenting skills. I didn't read any books about
Parenting
parenting.
style?
Yeah. I mean, Jared, are you dad punky or what?
My dad was pretty harsh. Yeah,
What do you mean? Like,
Do you take
Like,
it out?
punch you?
Do you?
basically like what you're saying.
for real?
But he was like an alcoholic and a womanizer. So
Yeah, that's me. That's why I punch my kid.
Because women don't like weak men. How else are you gonna get the ladies, bro?
No, man. Like I said, man, just thinking about him now, like, I feel real bad.
like
He's super sweet, dude. Super sweet kid. Like,
like the only thing I can relate to that is if you're not gonna like teach him like like the right way to be like a father, he's gonna find it in the world.
If I don't teach him the right way to be a
Like-
father,
Like a good father-like figure, like someone like to go to like learn.
I don't know what that means, dude.
It's hard to explain.
Like, because like I said, I have that relationship with my dad. Like when I want to know something, I want to learn something, I go to my dad.
Sure.
But your dad didn't treat you like you treated baby brother.
I know, man, but like, it's because my dad had boys, right?
Mhm.
I'm his firstborn, so I feel like I got the Bailey treatment,
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're the firstborn.
Yeah. and so then my brother got the baby brother treatment. Like, he thinks like everybody's against him, nobody likes him.
Did your
whatever.
dad treat him like that too?
No, like,
He's the same thing. Okay.
well, I don't know. Maybe I don't
How
think
come
so.
y'all
you don't
grew up
remember?
together?
I don't think so. I mean,
I don't know how
just
your
like,
brother
well,
grew
just
up.
listen. Just listen when dad talks to you. Like,
Just that simple. Like, just listen, dummy.
yeah, just do what dad says, and then he won't slap you in your face. And so I don't know, man. It's yeah. And then Bailey even was like, I was like, and when I was apologizing to baby brother, I was like, I'm sorry, I'm being so mean to you. She's like, come here, baby brother. It's okay. Like, because daddy's sorry that he's mean to you. And I was like, see what you're doing to Bailey, baby brother? You're making her turn against me. It's always his fault, man. I feel bad. He's the best, so. Baby brother's the
Oh,
best.
man.
Die.
You gotta sample that.
Dude, I gotta sample him, man.
But yeah, man. I don't know how long we were talking about that. For a minute, looks like for like 40 minutes, dude. Holy crap!
It's a good subject.
Yeah. So my subject today that I was thinking about. Well, the reason I thought about this today is because it's a big thing right now, and I started wondering what it's going to look like. Is the gun control problem? I started thinking about like all these people that have guns, and it's like, I mean, I'm just gonna ask you guys. I mean, do you have a gun, Jerry?
Just these.
Hey, I like that. Franco, do you have a gun?
Nope.
No,
Nope.
I don't. See, I don't have a gun either.
Yeah.
Like I'm a swords
I
person.
want-
I'm a swords. What kind of swords you got?
I want
I got
one.
it like couple katanas.
Excalibur or what?
Yeah, no, same. I got swords.
Yeah, dude.
I got swords.
I got a katana like in my truck.
I have a machete in my truck.
Yeah, man. And so like, I'll never forget. Like we're at my church or something. Like we were trying to pull something out of my car, and, and Sergio was like moving. Sergio Estrada was like moving my, my seats around, and he was like, I was like, yeah, it was like a surge protector. My surge protector's under my seat. And he pulled it, and I just had like a huge katana like under my seat. And he's like, dude, why do you have this katana under your seat? He's like, because I'm not a guns person. Like,
I'm not a guns person.
But you still use the same logic of like, you just never know.
yeah, but you never know, bro. If somebody tries to jag me, I pull this thing out. It's like, I mean, because you look crazier, like with, like just think, like if somebody's trying to rob you.
What
like,
if that person that's robbing you has a gun?
and then you pull out a katana and you're like pointed at them. You're like, this dude is crazy.
At,
Like
their,
he's,
at their throat.
They're just gonna look at you like you're dumb and be like,
just like the katana right there on the Adam's apple.
You move one more inch.
And you're done, buddy. You're done. Put the gun down. And then like I
you don't want none of
I
this.
do one slice and his gun like cuts in half. Like, but I mean,
He shoots you and you slice the bullet in
Yeah.
half.
like super slow motion. And he's just like, oh.
It's over 9,000. Too late.
Oh
Like,
man,
it's-
but
I couldn't find it.
it's all
yeah,
right, it's
like
all right.
In the sea of all these.
so we I was thinking about it because, dude, there's a lot of people that have guns, and like I don't know.
There's
if
a lot of people that
right, and like it's a lot of people even in church and stuff like that. And like every time somebody's like, "Yeah, man, I always got my gun on me," I automatically I'm like, "You're a mad killer. Like,
You're a
like,
murderer.
You would kill someone." And so, like in my mind, like I automatically have this perception of somebody who owns a gun. Like I don't know if that's just me. Like as soon as somebody says like I have a gun, I'm like,
Your opinion just
you're
switches.
a bad person. and it's not like it's not that the person is bad, but I feel like the weapon makes them not makes them, but the weapon is bad. So I'm like, I'm not a guns person.
Sure.
I don't think. Well, okay, I'm not gonna say I don't think guns are necessary. I'm gonna say assault rifles, like AK-47s, like these automatic like war weapons. Like I don't think you need those. Like,
It's fun to have them though,
well, what do you need it for?
just in case.
Just in case what, a zombie apocalypse?
Who's
like,
Justin?
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like,
He's my buddy.
I mean, the reason I don't have guns is because I don't believe these guns, these weapons reflect love or peace, or which is something I like to have in my life.
I don't have a gun because they're expensive.
That too.
well, I mean, a gun. You can go to Walmart and buy a gun, dude, for like $100.
No, we're talking about like a basic gun. I'm talking about like
A
having
legit one.
Yeah, a legit.
No, but
gun.
that's what I'm saying. Like, wouldn't like I think it would be okay to have like a little handgun
sure.
for and I like the word self-defense because I've seen videos. Like, I don't know if you've seen the videos of like those dudes that are
Yeah.
jacking somebody, and then
Yeah.
like somebody randomly has a gun that
Or
they
like those old Brinks commercials.
yeah, and like they're like kicking in the door, and then
You know what? I want an Austin Powers gun. The really small
Yeah,
one.
the little bitty one. I want the Men in Black gun. You remember the Men in Black?
cricket?
The cricket is like this little like blows up a whole building. Like,
Is that what you want to do to somebody?
yeah, just like
Man, you're
what if?
evil.
Hey man, you're stealing my daughter's bike. Like,
What if you
destroy his
miss?
bike.
That'd be the worst.
It's just like Krillin on Dragon Ball Z. Like, he misses the Destructo disc every time.
he destroys something massive. It's like
Big mountain
a
or
whole
something.
mountain with the village right underneath it. It's like gone.
Just like, man,
And it's
if
just
he
like-
ever hits a bad guy with that Destructo disc, that guy's done, bro.
And
That's how he's
at
like-
the end of it.
What am I gonna tell Goku?
But yeah, man, I think that it's something about guns, dude, that it doesn't make me feel safe when you have a gun. Like, it's like, yeah, bro, I got a gun in the car right now, and I'm like,
It's like the same feeling you have when you're not driving and somebody else is driving.
Oh yeah, you're like you don't trust their ability.
Yeah, but
You're like you're
The-
braking too hard. Stop.
but they're good drivers. But it's because you're not used to being on the passenger. You know?
Sure. They may be going 40, but you're just like stop, please.
Yeah.
and so I don't know, like I said, I think a handgun is fine, but even that, I'm kind of nervous around. Like,
I would keep it in my house. I wouldn't take it out in public.
yeah, and that's what makes me nervous is these people, like, you'll talk to them, and they're people like in church, like church leaders I've talked to, and they're
For sure.
like,
Yeah.
they're like, I never leave my house unstrapped. Like, I got a gun in my car right now, and I'm just like, for what? Like, were you about to kill somebody, or
You never know.
what are you gonna do
Never
with
know.
that? Like, I want an Abraham Lincoln gun, like, like I don't know, man. It's like,
I want a musket.
and so like I'm
Mm, nice. I like that.
just like,
A big old round hole.
Just-
I'm gonna get you again.
And I still miss.
yeah. Just wait right. You wait right there.
You wait right there.
No, you wait right there. I'm gonna get you. It's and so yeah, man. Like it, and like I said, I get guns, and I get I get why people have those.
Right.
But once again, I think I'm against like the the big AK-47s. Like, you don't need all that, bro. Like,
So you're in favor of gun control then?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think, and I know it won't happen, but I think that they should be banned, like, from like communities, like neighborhoods. Like, you shouldn't own. Well, I don't say you shouldn't. Why own an AK-47 if you live in the suburbs?
Is your question?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I understand you want to have like an AK-47. You're a hunter, right? I live out in the country. I live out in the boons.
Right.
Well, your AK-47 cannot be in the neighborhood. It has to be out in your cabin.
What
in the
if they
woods.
go hunting or camping in the weekends?
Then if they find an AK-47 in your home, like in your neighborhood, you should get like a penalty. But if you have an AK-47, like, yeah, but it's out in my cabin that's out in the woods, it stays out there.
Sure.
I never bring it back home.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
What do you?
What if they don't have the luxury of having a cabin?
I don't know. Then you shouldn't have one. What are you owning all those guns for?
That's a good question.
I think there's a higher percentage of your kid getting on that gun if it's a handgun. Like,
Oh,
you think
yeah.
about the statistic. Like, how many times have you heard?
Oh, trust me. They're trying to roast me on here. They're saying Chris is just mad because he can never hit the target. Oh, trust me. If I had a katana sword, you put a target in front of me, like,
getting sliced in half,
bro, I would slice a target right in half.
You'd
bro.
be like that Beverly Hills
Like a-
Ninja.
like a pizza, bro. You don't even know. Like pepperoni meat lovers
You're that fruit
pizza,
ninja.
or a vegan pizza for Jerry.
I don't want your hands on that vegan pizza.
No, you wouldn't. My hands would never touch your vegan pizza. It'd be all katana slice, bro. Never.
Man, I'm convinced. All right.
he'd serve the slice on the katana sword.
I'm like,
Oh, you feed me with the katana, like that
like
that precise.
boy, and it'd be steamy hot, bro. Like the smoke would still be coming off of that bad boy.
It
Man,
got
I'd be
cooked
like,
in
bro,
the
eat it
air.
off the sword, bro.
Serve me up, man. Serve me up.
oh,
Um,
interesting.
but yeah. So what other reason besides hunting would you have an AK-47?
Unless you're like in the Middle East of the world where it's more necessary, I guess. And,
Yeah, but we're talking about like here.
But yeah, I mean, I don't really have a reason.
like,
I don't even have a
Sure,
reason
you're
for
going like you're going
I understand
across the
Middle
world.
yeah, like this. That's like
Well, yeah, that's an added comment.
Like, you know,
but
the-
over here, it's like, I mean,
for what? For what? Why do I need to empty 60 rounds in 10 seconds?
Cause man, you gotta follow.
Just like
gotta follow Cypress Hill.
I
man.
have to go to.
You gotta follow that
I gotta
Cypress
go to
Hill
the
lyric.
office in the morning.
Unload the clip.
All right, time to go to the office. Like, I don't understand it. And like I said, this might be unpopular, but I think that's the reason for a lot of these high school shootings. Like, these kids have access to all these weapons,
Yeah.
and they want to see them be used. Like, they want to use them, and so they're having these thoughts in their heads of like being bullied and stuff like that. They have access to murder weapons.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just think if a kid ran into a school with a katana, like, he'd probably kill like one kid and they'd stop him, right? Like,
Sure.
it's like poor Beverly.
Unless
Like, she didn't put her lunch tray down fast enough.
poor
Like,
Piper should have learned
If she-
katana defense
if she would have
in
just
elementary.
had lunch off campus that day, like. But I mean, it's I don't know, man. Like, these kids have access to these guns, and I think that these kids that are grabbing their parents' guns, like, and taking them to school and killing innocent kids or whatever the case is, I think that the parents should be penalized too. Like, you had these weapons in your home
Right.
for your kid to access,
Right.
and now your kid has gotten your weapon and killed somebody else's kid. Like, I think that you should be served repercussions as well. But nobody thinks that. Nobody's like, oh, well, the kid was just having problems. Like the kid just, he was mentally, mentally
Unstable.
unstable. And it's like, well, if he didn't have access to those guns,
Well, no media outlet wants to make enemies of the parents, because I mean, you take out the majority of the American citizen of them being parents, and it's like, who do you have left? The single guys that want guns? Is like, there's not very many. There's a lot more families than there are single people, at least here in America. So I don't think any of the media outlets want to make the parents to be bad guys. So,
but that goes back to Baby Brother. It's like, if I'm not rough on Baby Brother, then he thinks he can do whatever he wants. If I'm not like, stay over there. Why are you acting like that? Don't do that.
Right.
But everybody's friend.
Yeah.
You can touch my stuff. It's cool. We're friends.
yeah.
This is my dad's gun, bro. Look, check it out. Did you guys ever see Harold and Kumar?
Yeah.
Whenever he's like, they're like, don't do drugs. Drugs are bad. And he's like, the kid like takes a puff of weed or whatever, and he gets his dad's shotgun. He's like, well, Billy, maybe you shouldn't do that. He's like, I'm so high. And he like blows his head off. He's like, weed is bad. It's like the dumbest thing I ever seen in my life. But it's like,
Propaganda.
yeah. It's like, come on, man. It's like these kids have access to these things because they're like, my dad's my friend. I could touch all of my dad's stuff. We're cool like that. It's like, you got to set up perimeters. You got to set up boundaries with your kids. And if you don't, if your kids feel like, that's my dad's stuff, like,
Sure.
I think that parents should be more accountable to the actions of their kids. And if they're not, then they should be penalized. These kids killing other kids. I feel bad for the people who have to suffer through those things. Like the families that have kids in their school, they send their kids to school,
Mm-hmm.
and they get a call like the school is getting shot up. Well, where did the kid get the guns from? Like, oh, they were his parents' guns. Well, where are the parents? Like, they're at work. Then they don't lock him up. He just had access to all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's an irresponsible parent. Why is that person not punished for that? But the kid is like, oh, well, it's the kid's fault. No, if the kid was having a problem with somebody at school, he'd probably go to school and fight somebody, get suspended. Then it's the kid's fault. But he had a murder weapon. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's just me though.
No,
like,
we get you.
it just makes me mad. Like, people don't want to take accountability for, there's gun control for a reason, but then when it gets into the wrong hands of people,
I mean, I agree. I agree about the setting up perimeters as a parent for sure. But I mean, I'm not a parent, but I'm sure there's a line that shouldn't be crossed. Also, like, yeah, set up perimeters so your children can respect you, but don't go across the line and treat them bad to the point where you feel guilty yourself.
well, I mean, and it's not like, well, I don't know. Like I said, I don't treat Baby Brother bad to where it's like,
I'm not saying you do all the time, but
I feel like you're judging me on my parenting right now, bro.
I'm not.
And you're not even a parent, bro. Like,
I never will.
I'm triggered, bro. Like, don't do that.
Okay, parent.
Talk in general.
Hey, Dad.
About-
Whoa, Dad.
Whoa there, Dad.
Whoa, Dad.
Whoa.
Okay.
Then?
I feel like dads get like offended if I call him like dad in that way. Like, hey, Dad.
I don't get offended. I just don't want you to say that I'm being mean to my kid, even though I already know I'm being mean to my kid.
You just don't want that
So
guilt.
you get offended.
You just don't want that guilt.
Yeah, I'm already guilty. Like, why don't you kick me while I'm down, Jerry? Like,
I'm trying to.
thank
we
you.
are.
I'm receiving those kicks.
That
Like,
way you'll learn to
good.
treat your son better.
my son is fine.
You should know we're all judging you.
Daddy.
No, man. So, yeah, man. Like I said, and I saw Beto O'Rourke. Like, I'm not like a politics guy. I never have been.
Sure.
But I saw that he was like I saw it on a Facebook video. He's like, yeah, we're gonna take away the AK-47s. We're gonna take away the shotguns. We're gonna take away all the assault rifles. We're gonna take away all of that. And some guy was like, I'd like to see you try, buddy. And he had like a bunch of guns. He's like, like shooting off guns. And I thought it was hilarious, but I was like, why does that dude have so many guns? Like, he had like the Rambo bullets. Like, I'm like, yeah, dude, like, what do you need that
Strap.
for?
He's
Bro.
a gun enthusiast.
Yeah, dude.
I'm like, what's a gun enthusiast?
Someone who has a lot of guns.
Passionate about guns. They love guns.
I'm like, what do you have all that for? Like,
Why not?
that's what I'm asking.
It's like asking me and dude, why do you have so many pedals? Like,
Yeah,
it's their
they all
passion.
they all
It's
do
their-
different things.
Yeah.
This one shoots somebody. This one can the bullets stay in this.
They
in
can shoot
somebody's
someone
body.
differently.
This one can go through your face.
But do you hear what
This
you
one stays in your
do you
guts?
hear what you just said though? This can shoot somebody. This can blow up somebody's spine. Like, why are you buying a gun? But like, if I need to blow somebody's back out, bro,
Well,
I got that.
you're also talking to us like as if we have guns. Like,
No, like, why?
we're trying to get into that mindset of them. That's why we're like talking like that. Like, why?
But like,
Yeah, why have so many guns? Like,
but like, why? With I think my mindset is like, why with that intentionality? It's like, bro, like, if I want to destroy somebody's like torso, I want to get these bullets with this gun.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I don't. Why?
yeah,
is that
why do you want that option?
Why? Yeah. Like,
You take pride as a gun owner in knowing that your bullets are strong. So why not be able to say, "Hey, buddy, you
think
check
it-
out this gun. This will blow somebody's head clean off."
Maybe it's a lack
Alright.
of libido, and they want to
Compensation.
compensate with
I don't know, man. Like I said, it's like there's two different enthusiasts though. Like, it's like.
There's extremes for
Like,
everything.
it's like,
There's
like,
extremes
this
for
guy
everything.
will blow this guy's arm off, and you guys buy a bunch of pedals. Like, the delay on this one's mad cool. like there's like a different mindset, like to why you're purchasing things.
It's the same principle though.
Yours is a creative principle. This is a
People see guns as a creative,
damage principle. Is like,
and
how
that
much
that
damage can I
damage
do?
is seen as art to them through their eyes.
I don't know.
No, it
that
is.
goes in a serial killer mode. Like,
It's
you
an
wanna-
art to them. You know,
I think guns
as
are
crazy
bad.
as it sounds.
Guns are bad.
guns are bad. I'm gay.
Yeah, man. I like I said, even people that like, as soon as they tell me, like, I'm automatically like, oh, for real, you got a gun? Like,
What if they're
honey, let's leave. And baby brother's like, they.
Honey.
What about cops?
What about cops?
Like they have like.
I
Cop-
think once again, they're handguns. They're meant for self-defense. I know, like recently with all the police stuff, all the crap that happens on TV. I know that, they're abusing. They
Power.
can abuse that power, that intimidation. But once again, they're not walking around with like a Rambo gun, like in the streets, like you're jaywalking, like
I don't think I've ever seen that in the streets anyway.
yeah, man. It's I don't know.
It's all done in private or behind closed doors, I guess.
Like I said, even the thing that happened in Dallas, dude. Whenever all the cops got shot, dude.
Oh yeah.
that was horrible, man. Like
Yeah.
that was horrible to hear. Like that dude had like a huge automatic rifle and just spraying down on cops. Like, why does that dude have a Rambo, like one of those zombie guns, the ones that what is it called, a turret gun?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like why does that dude have that? Like, who
Gun from
sold
Predator.
that to that guy? He's like, buddy, if you want to just spray off on mad people, you need this gun. Like, why are you selling guns like that?
Buddy, you remember that movie Predator?
Yeah.
This is the genuine weapon that Jesse the Body Ventura used.
This is the same one in the movie. I tell you what.
Boy, I tell you what.
Boy, blow head clean off, boy.
Spit on a spit bucket.
A spittoon.
Yeah, man. And so, yeah, it's that's just me though. Like I said, I'm not
Would you get a handgun?
I don't know.
I would.
I don't think I would. Like,
If it's
I
the
have
right price,
plenty
I
of
would too.
swords.
Actually,
You know what I mean?
Do what?
I have plenty of swords.
Dude, I have plenty of swords as well.
Like I said, I was like, one time, dude, no joke. This happened to me. I was living in the South Side, right? Living in the hood. And it was like 5:00 in the morning. And I hear somebody breaking into my car, dude. And so
right away, my katana.
I did, dude. Like, but like the thing is, I'm asleep. So I sleep in my underwear. Like, got like a white wife beater on.
With
And
gravy stains.
I heard like my window broke. And I have my katana right by my bed, and I run outside like in my underwear with a katana on. Like those dudes burn off, bro. Like it's like
Who's there? I'm gonna get you.
just like waving it in the air, just like.
I'm not scared to use this.
And so like that, that dude's like, I will run out underwear, wife beater, katana. Like that dude's crazy, man. Like you want to steal from that guy? It's like.
Bro, they just literally like you're dumb. They just pop you right then and there. Pop.
No, bro, because like I said, I would just be like, dodge it real quick. Like, quick dodge, slice. And then, like, it's a perfect slice through that guy. And then his body's like, for those of you who didn't see it, like, it would be a quick slice. And then his body would be like, and I would just be standing there and it would just
slide off. His torso slides off. His legs.
That's what it would be. Yeah, see, and I had my car broken into mad times. Like, my friend Andy Barboza, who's in the Air Force, he's watching. He's like, "You remember that time they broke into your car at Chili's?" Like, yeah, I do. If I would have had my katana, but at the time, I wasn't in training for katana warfare.
You had a butterfly knife or what?
No, I just had I did
These
the
hands.
Hercules run. I'm gonna get you.
It's just chopping, bro.
Yeah, man. And so man. I don't know. I don't like guns. I don't like to see guns. I don't like people to have guns. I think it's too much power for people to have guns.
I like people who have guns because they're fun to use. Like, hey, buddy, you want to check out my new gun? Yeah.
Have you shot some?
Yeah.
I never shot a gun.
Shooting a gun, dude.
Have you ever shot a gun?
Gun
Yeah.
fever is real.
It's fun.
Gun fever is real.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude.
Have you shot a gun?
Yeah. When
I'm scared.
It's dude.
It's
Like,
like
you want to touch my gun? Like, no.
I'm gonna shoot my brains out.
Man, I just get nervous around them, dude. Like, because I guess, younger, living in
Do you not
Southside.
trust yourself?
No, like living in Southside and like living in the hood, like I had tons of guns pulled out on me. Like, and so like I'm terrified of guns. Like, and I was a young kid, like
whoa, you were held at gunpoint or what?
a bunch of times, dude. I got like, even right here, like it happened right here in Northside. Right, I was driving home from a friend's house, and this car is like driving crazy next to me, dude. And he like pulls over, makes me almost get off the side of the road, and he's like pulls the gun down. He's pointing it right in my face, dude. Like, and he's like, you got a gun in here? And I was like, no, man, I ain't got no gun. He's like, you got a gun in here. Somebody was shooting up at my house, and I know it was you. And I thought, dude, I swear to God, I thought I was gonna die. Like, I thought this dude was about to kill me because he was like looking in my car, like moving my seat, like trying to see if I had a gun.
Dude.
And I was like, no, I ain't got no gun, man. I ain't got no gun.
My anxiety is going through the roof with this.
And no joke. And I since then,
Whoa.
I was like,
Oh man.
I'll never touch a gun. Like, I think that's too much power for people to have to where they'll pull you over. They can have that ability to pull somebody over, point it in your face, and you're in your own car and you're frozen. Like,
That's why you gotta driving a Hummer, bro. Just mow everybody down.
and so it was like four guys. I remember it was four guys in the car, and these dudes. That's what I said. I think that's what my
Drogas, dude.
my experience is with guns. It's like having them pointed in your, because that wasn't the first time I had the gun pulled out on me. I had a gun pulled out on me in front of my house, like right in front of my house, because there was once again, people were breaking in cars in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
and like me and my brother and my friends, we would always sit like on my porch
Mm.
and like just talk. Like that was our thing.
Yeah.
And there was this guy who lived in the apartments across the street, saw us sitting outside, and he was like, I see they've been breaking into cars around here. He's like, y'all better not, try to break into my car. And I was like, we're like, we're not trying to break into your car, man. And he was just like, and I said that. I was like, we're not trying to break into your car. And he pulled a gun out and walked up to me on my porch, pointed it at my face. And he's like, if you try to break into my car, you're going to catch a slug. And I was like, I'm not trying to break into your car.
Why are you talking back to him?
I didn't. What he said was,
You said we're not trying to break into your car, man.
because he was like, he goes, y'all better not try to break in my car. And I was like, we're not trying to break in your
You should
car.
have just been like, not saying nothing, be like,
No, man, because I ain't scary, bro.
well, he popped the gun at you. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, that he had to, like, because, like, I wasn't young. Like, I was, like, 19.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, I was, like, 19. And
You make it sound like you're a kid.
No. Like, whenever I got pulled over by that dude, I was, like, 16.
Okay,
And then, like,
that's what
I
I
got
was
another
thinking.
gun put in front of me, like, when I was 19. And so I'm saying, like, that stuff's meant for self-defense, dude. It's not supposed to be for, intimidation. Like, it's
Yeah.
not supposed to be,
It's not necessary.
yeah, dude, right?
Right. Just like meat.
Just like you, what?
Like you're a human weapon? What do you mean?
No, meat.
Oh, meat.
Oh, it is necessary, bro. Meat is necessary.
We're gonna get into. I mean, we could.
No, we
we
don't
could
have
steer
to.
vegan.
No, we don't have to.
No, yeah.
What do
we
y'all
can.
think? People watching online,
Are guns necessary?
Okay, I mean, like, let's go down the line then. So you're in favor of gun control. I am more indifferent towards it, only because I've shot guns. Guns are fun. They're cool. I get it, and I don't know. I mean, I think of it as if you're at a place where you're comfortable and you're responsible with your weapons. Yeah.
how do you tell that though?
How do you gauge that?
No, yeah.
I mean, as long as you're not psycho, like you're not a
Anybody can go into a gun store.
That's the risk.
And they don't have a background or anything. Like, I'm not psycho, and then go kill somebody like as soon as they walk out the store.
There's always a risk.
So in order to
I
have,
put people at that, like, that's people's lives at
I
stake.
don't know.
in
I
order to
don't
have a
know.
gun, you have to have that concealed
I'm not here to make the rules,
license,
man.
right?
Yes.
You need it,
CHO?
right? You-
To carry it in public.
oh,
As far as your home or even your truck, as far as the state of Texas, I think they consider your vehicle an extension of your home. So if you're driving and you have a gun
it's cool.
in your vehicle, that's fine. You don't necessarily need a license. I could be wrong on this, but I've heard that. I mean,
Yeah, I want to say I've heard something.
it's an
similar to
it's
that.
an extension of your
Yeah.
home.
As long as you like have it concealed, like in your car, in
Yeah.
your vehicle, like it's not out.
So
Right.
you can just buy it, and as long as it's in your house and your car, you're good, right?
Yeah.
I want to say you have to. Well, I mean, at a gun store, you have to go through a background, but people go to these like gun
Third
shows.
party.
No, they go to like the
There
gun
are
shows.
people. Yeah, there are people that do that.
Yeah, they go to gun shows and you can just buy a gun. Like,
You know, like even the dark web, you can easily buy something like that.
This is the AK-47 that Osama bin Laden used.
yeah, man. So I don't
So
know. Man.
so I guess make. I don't know how. I don't know
let's
how
go
to
with you,
test.
Jerry. What's your?
I
stance on
say
it?
in order to buy a gun, any gun for any reason,
Mhm.
make them have like that sort of test or whatever to calculate whether this person can own a gun or not.
what kind of tests do they have to take?
I guess some
Just,
sort
like,
of
put them through like a seizure test.
no, like a logic test.
A seizure test?
I don't know. How do you
Basic-
tell somebody's psycho?
Basic common sense.
You're never gonna know who's
psychology
psycho.
questions.
Exactly.
Haven't you been to like a fast food restaurant and all of a sudden somebody's like
Somebody just
at
had
the
a bad day, dude.
at the front of the line, like, I want my money, I want my. You're just like,
I'm saying an
Jesus.
extra step
You're never gonna know.
to get, but it makes it harder to get a gun.
Okay. Yeah.
But like, what
That's
kind
no,
of,
that's the point.
like, what kind of test would you have to like? Would you have to do like the?
Common sense, logical questionnaire.
I mean, but
That's
Bailey has common sense.
psychology.
Like, hey, are you a psycho? No. All right, here you go.
I don't know, man. So like, I agree with you, Jerry. I think that the testing should go deeper than just like, do you have a background? Like, are you at least 21?
Yeah.
Like, I think it should go deeper than that. But like to Franco's point, you can be perfectly fine. Like, you have a bad day, something happens,
You snap.
you pop off, you got a gun, like access to it, and it's like,
Haven't you seen that movie with Michael Douglas? What was that movie? He's a normal guy in traffic, and then all of a sudden he's stuck in traffic, and he gets so frustrated he just goes on a killing spree. Remember that one? It's a good movie, dude.
Kill Bill?
No, Kill Bill. Prime example of why to use a sword.
Transformers? No, man. So, yeah, like I said, I know it's not like very popular especially because we live in Texas and everybody in Texas has a gun.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but I don't think it's necessary, man. Like, if you live in a neighborhood or you live in a cul-de-sac, like you open your garage and you got 27 guns. It's like, what do you need that for, bro? Like, for what?
Just in case.
Here again with that Justin. Who's Justin?
And I like I said, and I hate that response. Just in case, bro. Just in case, like you're getting ready for like Civil War Part 2. Like,
I'm playing devil's advocate here of like taking that side. Of,
I don't
like,
know,
it's just in case.
but what is your just in case?
I think their logic is their freedom to do it, and as long as they can do it, I mean, why not? Why not take advantage of the system? Why not take advantage of the freedom? Because it's America. America.
America. Woo! So yeah, man. I don't know. I think that, I mean, you know, because even biblically, I mean, it says that it's okay. Like, it's okay for self-defense. Like, but
You said but.
I don't know. So we'll see what happens. Who do you think is going to win the election?
Are we going? I'm not going into politics, dude. I'm not a political guy.
Who do you guys think is going to win the election?
There's an election?
What?
I just want to see what's going to happen.
I'm not
asking these questions.
No, I'm not going down that road.
Joe Biden? Donald Trump?
Al Gore. How about that?
Gore for more.
Yeah.
Like Ike.
Oh, it's very
Ike?
quiet on social media.
Ike Eisenhower.
Yeah, man. Go for Ike.
So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's just one. Like, I just brought it up because that's one of the big topics right now for this election is gun control, and so that was just my 2 cents, man. I just wanted to get that out. 'Cause I don't know. I was thinking about it the other days. It's like, you know, my neighbors next door, they could have like 1,000,000 guns and I wouldn't even know until like something crazy happens. Like,
It could be terrorists. And what are you going to do if you
And,
can't protect
and
your
sex
home?
traffickers.
you need guns if you're sex traffickers, I guess. What do you need? I don't know. What do you need guns for?
Guns are fun.
I guess.
I think you need to get out to a shooting range and shoot one.
I mean, I probably would. I probably could do that, but I don't.
Yeah, you
think,
need to man up.
I don't think I'd walk away and be like, "I need a gun. This is America." Like,
I did good. I did real good.
I hit all them targets real good.
I don't.
I got nothing but bullseye.
I got nothing but the moolahs.
Right between the eyes.
Oh man, I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, man. So
We'll
yeah,
see what happens with what.
because that's one of the big things they're talking about right now is gun control.
As far as the election.
Yeah, as far as the election goes, and so, like I said, that's the only reason I brought it up is because I saw that clip of Beto saying, you know, we're gonna take them, we're gonna take all those guns away, and people were like, oh, we'd like to see you try it, and he dude has like all the Rambo bullets on him and stuff like that. Like,
Who's running? Like, who's the top two for in the election?
Biden and Trump.
Oh,
So I don't know. That's as far as I go. Like I don't dig any deeper than that. Like,
But you want us to dig deeper with these?
do you think?
no. I just wanted because I know gun control is a big thing, especially because everybody I know has a gun. Like,
Yeah.
everybody in Texas has a gun. So I was just like, what happens if they say we are going to take your guns? Like,
Do you think a politician can be a Christian?
I think so. I think that they can get twisted, like in politics, like their belief system can get twisted in politics. But I believe that Christians are, you know, in Congress now. But I think
Sure.
that, you know, just like everything else, their views can get twisted and they can be almost pressured to be silent with what they believe and stuff like that. Because that's their careers.
So they'll put their country over their beliefs.
I think some do. I think that happens a lot.
It's a fine line for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, man, that was my rant for tonight's show. Like I said, I just wanted to bring it up because it's something that was I was looking at and something I was like, what would happen if somebody was like, we're gonna take all those guys' guns? Would those dudes actually use those guns and be like, you're not taking my guns? Like, yeah, man. So we'll see. But yeah, thank you guys for watching tonight.
Hey.
You guys, thank you for chiming in. Chewy, Chewy's my boy. He be watching us for real. And but once again, go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go follow us on Instagram. Our sponsor tonight is La Piña Loca. Enloquece de sabor.
This is my last
That's
episode.
awesome.
here.
Enloquece de sabor. Tenemos cochinadas.
Oh my god.
I thought that's what that says, but it says cochinadas. It's not cochinas. But we love you guys. God bless you. We will see you guys next Monday. Jesus and bros, we out of here.